afternoon. Welcome to the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank, the exclusive banking partner of the Digital Weather Desk. Chocolate chip cookies on Fridays at Century Next Bank. Had a banking question today. I called them. I probably should have just went in person because you can't get chocolate chip cookies over the phone. But anyway, not a whole lot happening across the area as you take a look at the satellite on this afternoon. And most locations are likely to stay that way, so quick programming note, I probably will not join you this afternoon live as we get ready for the weekend. Forecast is not going to change much, so we're going to take a look at some outlooks. So that we're going to recap the drought monitor, kind of why there is concern for a rapid onset drought. Rapid onset doesn't necessarily mean extremely severe, but it does mean quickly developing. And so when you run above average temperatures and below average rainfall this time of year, those things are going to happen. We'll have a look at your football forecasts in about an hour and a half or so. And, of course, we'll have your fishing game later this evening as well. So, obviously, if I don't see you after this as we go into the weekend, hopefully you have a wonderful weekend. And, obviously, if anything crazy changes, I'll let you know. But it's not gonna. Jerry, good afternoon. Have a great weekend as well. Check out the satellite. It's lots of sunshine. Radar products made possible by Brown's Roofing. Schedule your free roof inspection at brownsroofingla.com. Only rainfall that's anywhere close to the area is out over southern Missouri. It is not headed our direction. And let's jump into the outlooks. The 6 to 10 day temperature outlook shows high confidence of being above average temperature-wise, really as we go through the next week. That shouldn't be a surprise. We've been talking about that. The 6 to 10 day precip outlook is no, it's not. I hate that color. It's not. It's just not an attractive color, and it looks even less attractive when you're talking about the lack of rainfall. I just don't like it. That just looks like an ugly map. The 8 to 14 day, I don't like these either, but it's not because of the color. It's just because of the fact that they mean that we're going to be trending above normal for this time of year. 8 to 14 day. Still kind of an ugly, khaki, not good, dry color. So, again, the biggest takeaway from a lot of this is the fact that we are going to be above average temperature-wise, below average precip-wise through most of the month of October. It's not like we had a lot of rain to begin with to start the month. And so, again, just the prospects don't really improve. If you didn't see the drought monitor yesterday, here it is. Abnormally dry conditions are starting to kind of crawl in across parts of the region. Most of our area is still faring fine in the grand scope of things, especially when you compare us to our north, south, east, or west neighbors. Here's the same thing, just a bit bigger. Again, shows the moderate drought conditions across southern Arkansas and abnormally dry conditions, and also into western Mississippi, Washington County, and northern sections of Issaquah County, seeing some of the drought conditions as well. And I guess if you want to get super, super technical, far northern reaches of Morehouse, West Carroll, and East Carroll parishes also under moderate drought conditions. So, again, we're faring okay for now. Onethia, good afternoon. But when you start looking at the last 30 days of rainfall, if you take Camden, El Dorado, Magnolia, and those surrounding areas out of the equation, I think what the biggest takeaway from this is, especially areas along and south of I-20 could really benefit from some rain, and it's just not headed our way anytime soon. The other thing to take into account is when you get these big domes of hot air, even this time of year, or perhaps even especially this time of year, is the lack of air, the less than ideal air quality. It's not a problem today, and it doesn't look to be a significant problem, but some hazy afternoons headed our direction. Futurecast showing some of the haze conditions over the next few days. Yes, I can show you some of those types of products. And again, it's not something that we would normally take the time to show you because it's not a big player in the forecast. But it does show you that with the stagnant air that's in place and not necessarily some overly strong winds, that air quality could be less than ideal for some if you're going to be spending time outside. So allergy sufferers, respiratory illnesses or conditions, asthma, things like that. If less than ideal air quality conditions impact you, just be aware of that. Again, not expected to be just this huge, significant, daunting hazard, but just kind of a side effect of the pattern that we're in. All right, let's go get a look at temperatures. And again, most of us are in the low to mid 70s shortly after lunchtime. On our way perhaps into the low to mid 80s this afternoon, and then again, Futurecast shows us falling back into the upper 50s to low 60s tonight. Your Saturday looks to be warm as we start the warming trend that will likely carry us through the rest of the weekend and into early next week. I took a lot of graphics. I took a lot of time to show you that it's going to be warm, it's going to be dry, and the rain chances are virtually at zero over the next 7 days. The biggest plus that you can take away from all this is that the overnights will actually be quite pleasant. We'll be in the upper 50s to even low 60s through much of next week. So even with daytime highs in the upper 80s, our morning lows will still be generally in the low to mid 60s in most locations. Fairly dry environment out there right now with dew points in the 50s. Winds have been out of the north and northeast through much of the day, already starting to swing back around to the east across portions of the Mississippi Valley, and that's going to be kind of a gradual process as well as winds shift from the east to the southeast to eventually the south and then probably even the southwest as we head through early next week. High temperatures for the rest of the day, generally landing in the low to mid 80s. We may not get to that 84 in Monroe. I don't know. These are also the types of days where you look at the forecast high and you mull over 83 versus 84, and you make a big deal out of it in your head, and most folks would never know the difference. But again, warm, near normal, maybe a degree or two above normal for this time of year. Low temperatures tonight, mid to upper 50s. Most of us should see the 50-degree mark. If you get stuck at 60, again, don't yell at me. Daytime highs tomorrow return into the low to mid 80s as the warming trend commences. It's not a sharp, sudden, horrific warming trend, but it is a warming trend nonetheless. 7-day forecast made possible by 3B Outdoor Equipment. Visit 3boutdoorequipment.com as you get ready to kind of spruce the yard up getting into fall. And there's the 7-day. As I've kind of refreshed it, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Most of the month of October just looks warm and dry. We'll stay in the mid-80s through the weekend. Morning lows, as I mentioned, upper 50s to near 60. And then we climb back to near 90 through much of next week. Some computer models are insistent that we'll be back 90, 91. Some keep us at like 88, 89. I don't think there's that big of a difference between the two. They both, again, advertise above average temperatures and below average rainfall over the next 7 days. So that's where we are, folks. I wish I had better news for us, but that's where we are as we go through the month of October. If we want to take any positives away from it, the positives that I take away from it are this. It does give me an opportunity as we launch the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank, and we kind of learn what works, what doesn't work, as we continue to await the app, which should be available soon. Not available yet, but hopefully available soon. We've really avoided any kind of severe weather threats, and as we kind of get our sea legs here and figure out how to do things the most efficient ways possible, and to really bring things an informative point of view that you'll benefit from. So, but we need some rain, and I think by the end of next week we're going to really need some rain across the area. First hats went out today. Hey, Stanley. Maybe you see Stanley in the background. He is the chief forecaster, and he's probably fixing to open this door. Don't do that, Stanley. There's his tail. All right. First hats went out today. You can get those at digitalweatherdesk.com. You can always get your latest forecast there as well. And Stanley will make an appearance probably sooner rather than later. Thanks so much for stopping by the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank. Probably won't join you live late today, but enjoy your weekend if I don't talk to you between now and then. And we'll catch you on Monday. There goes the door opening. Gotta love Stanley. Have a great Friday, everybody.